meaning with the fever dreams. I push a mind to a limit where it needs to be. I work blind, got vision I don't need to see. I'm picking mind over matter, I believe in me. I need to find more hours in the day to breathe. Need to find more power in the way I be. And when my mind turns sour with the painful scenes, I need to scream out loud, I can't stop me. I wanna be the greatest like Rocky. You know I leave them all hating like a hobby. I'm out here making moves like a lobby. And if you ain't with me, it's your loss. See, I got my mind on the facts, I'm a python, grab what I like real fast. So until I have everything I attack, everything that I lack, everything that I want, and I see matter of fact.
Cause I'm my own worst enemy. Only if I let it be. I can control anything if I can just think carefully. I control my destiny. Deep up in my mind I manifest it. Every morning I wake up obsessed, and everything I do the best. And deep within my mind, you know I'll always manifest it.
Welcome back to My Mind Over Your Matter. My name is Rick. Let's go ahead and turn on the cameras here. Oh boy, what a day. Oof. I was able to watch Mission Impossible Day of Reckoning Part 1. And I was able to watch. I just punch myself in the face now. The Barbie movie. The movie's not even funny. The Barbie movie's not funny. It's listed as comedy, but I don't find the humor in it at all. I really don't find the humor in it. I find the stereotype and very sexist. But other than that, I don't know. Barbie made $155 million this weekend. In a 3-day weekend from Friday until today, they made $155 million. Oppenheimer made a little bit over $80 million this weekend. I'm sticking with my ranking from earlier. Sound of Freedom, number 1. Number 2, Oppenheimer. Number 3, Mission Impossible. Number 4, the Barbie movie. It's the only thing it's just a really freaking weird movie. It's just weird. I want somebody else that watched the movie to come and talk to me about it, because it's a fucking mess. It's not a mess, but it's just I don't know. It's just I'm not used to those type of movies, and it was supposed to be comedy. I didn't get the humor at all. I mean, I love comedy, but I didn't really pick up, not even the audience, because I watched it bootleg, and not even the theater that they recorded from wasn't even laughing. Like there was no laughter, no funny, nothing. It was just a bunch of uh anyhow. Hey, what's up? I'll be let me put out the link so you could like, if you want to join, because I'm not only going to talk about these movies. Um Mission Impossible was okay. It was okay movie. It's once you've seen one, you've seen them all pretty much. You know, stunts and chasing and running around circles and and false narratives, and it was just it takes you on this fucking mind blender, and it's okay. I mean, like I said, once you've seen one, you kind of seen them all. It's Tom Cruise is fucking crazy. We know that already. Um, and there's gonna be a part two, to the Day of Reckoning, and good luck with it. I mean, it's they need to end that series. They need to end that movie. I mean, once you get to like the amount of Mission Impossibles they have made, I mean, it's just it starts getting repetitive. It kind of repeats the same bullshit. So not not much of a fan of Mission Impossible. It's the same shit over and over and over. It's just a repeat. Um, but it is what it is. It's entertain. It was entertaining. I mean, I wouldn't watch Mission Impossible in the movies. I couldn't watch Mission Impossible in the movies. I couldn't watch the Barbie movie in the movies. No way would I have watched Oppenheimer in the movies. I mean, for the amount it did for this weekend was pretty good. 80 million for the past 3 days. That's not bad at all. That's actually really, really good. But I don't know if I could sit in a movie theater for 3 hours with that type of movie. I mean, I don't know. Just not my stick at all. Um, I would like not go to the movies. If I was gonna go to the movies to watch a movie, I definitely would have gone to see Sound of Freedom. It's just because the it's a really good, well made movie, and it has a it has a good structure, movie structure, and the way it's presented and the storytelling. It's so good. Oh, I get goosebumps because it's based on a true story, and this is like things that are happening. So for me, Sound of Freedom, number one, number one, and it came out July 4th. So, and today's the 23rd. So it's been in the movie theaters for a while, and it's just picking up traction, and it's making money. It's definitely making money. It actually beat Mission Impossible in the box office. Go figure. Because it's more entertaining. It has a lot of action. Sound of Freedom had like a lot of tense moments. Um, it had like a lot of touching moments. It's very well made, well produced. And this movie was done like 5 years ago. During the this is this is what 28. That's around what the C word was, around the C word, and yet Disney owned the movie. It was part of Disney. This was a Disney movie. I cannot believe Sound of Freedom was a Disney movie. Can you believe that? That's shocking. That was shocking. And then Disney didn't release it. Disney just kept it in the shelves and didn't want to show that to no one. They kept it and then they sold it to another company that took it and then pushed it out to the theaters. And man, they're making good money on it. But not only that, but the message is being passed, and with little like advertising, not much advertising at all. This is like a word of mouth type of movie, and it's a good one. It's a good one. I suggest people to go watch it. It's worth it. I feel like I should go watch it and just support the movie just to go watch it at the theater. Because that is money that one I will put my money and give my money to. Oh, my neck is acting up again. I did some stretches and everything, and still my neck is just acting up today. I wonder if it's gonna rain. Because usually when that happens, it's like some kind of rain or something coming. Let me check the weather, because every time I come and sit down, my neck starts hurting. It's not my chair. My chair is pretty new. No, we're not gonna get rain until Tuesday. Maybe a little tomorrow. Let's see what the pressure is. Okay, well, I don't have a pressure. It's not saying here. Yeah, it's not saying. All right, well, let's see under the summary. No, it's not. It's coming out blank, so it's not even showing. It has like a question. It's like, okay, well, if you don't want to work, I know it's Sunday. What's going on? Let's talk. What would you like to talk about? I gotta fix that curtain because my cats, they come in here and then they mess up the curtain. I always gotta be fixing that curtain. So let me go fix it real quick. These cats, they run my life. They run my life. My little one, she's so cute. My Nala, she's such a daddy's little girl. She's always next to me. Today she was like the most adorable. I was watching the movie. She'll come. She lays next to me, and then she wants me to rub her head. She'll put her head like that on me, and I'm like, okay. So I put my hand on her shoulders. I rubbed her closely, like no, I'm not gonna sing the song, but I was giving her a massage and rubbing on her ears and her head, and she loves it. She's a sucker for it, and she knocked out. She fell asleep. I actually snuck out of the room to come do the show, and she's over there sleeping, snoring. My cat snores. She has her little snoring. I'm like, you learned that from me? And she's like, I'm like, oh Lord. She's so funny though. She's so cute. Like, I should record her one day. While I'm in the bed and I'm laying down, and you can see how once I call for her, like, to come to the bed, all I have to call is her name or make a certain sound, and she'll come to the bed. And she's the queen of the bed. She doesn't let the mama Tasha Mama. I call her Tasha Mama. She doesn't let her on the bed. She doesn't. She'll let her sometimes, but not all the time. Like that's her domain. She don't. She's like she marked her territory. She's all mine. She's a good listener. Great cat. Man, I wish I could clone her. Right? Uh, Cloning, and they're doing it. They're doing a lot of clones. There's a lot of clones out there. You know. I wonder if they cloned Jamie Foxx, and I wonder if he did die, and then they had a clone of him already or something. You know, because he had a bad stroke, and all of a sudden he's like back to normal. Like he never had a stroke. It just seems weird because he had disappeared for like a whole month, and nobody knew anything about it. And then all of a sudden he's like he pops up, and now he's doing like videos and interviews and stuff. Like I don't know. I don't trust Hollywood with their craziness. Um, but he's a great actor. I'm not gonna front, but Jamie Foxx was a really good actor. He's a great comedian, and when he came out in Living Color, oh man, he was so good, so good. Man, that show produced so many good actors and actresses, and sad that the way it happened. I saw the documentary of Living Color and the way they treated the Wayans brothers, and they try to fuck with them, and I think it was Fox that was trying to mess with them and not pay him, and the show was very successful. It was a successful show. It was very edgy too. Like you couldn't put a sitcom like that or comedy show like that out on TV today because everyone's sensitive today. Everyone's sensitive. Everyone don't. I don't know. It seems like they cling on every word you say, and if you don't say it the right way, they come attacking. It's like, oh, okay. Well, I'm gonna light up my joint. I rolled up a couple of joints. Actually, I had these. I re-rolled these, and I mixed it. So this is first. Well, this is my third joint for the day. All right. I guess people are busy today or having their dinner right now. There's nobody here. Nobody here. One person is here. Hopefully, I'll get someone come through and we can have a discussion. But if you want to talk, come on and let's talk. Try to light up my joint here. I really don't like these cones. It's not my favorite. I just used it because I have several of them that are empty here, and I was like, oh, they're simple to fill up. It's just the way they smoke. It's not my favorite. Oh Lord, look who it is. Gigi.
Hello.
What's up, girl? You
Hi,
come up.
Albie. I know you're watching.
He's somewhere back
Oh,
there.
we had such a rough freaking weekend over here. So my mother-in-law goes to the hospital,
Oh
and
no.
she has dementia, right? She
Mm-hmm.
had like a fainting spell on Friday night after dinner. It was like really weird, bizarre. Her body was jolting. It was weird. And I did the fast test, which is like the stroke test. She passed away flying colors, but I still looked at and I was like, yeah, this is a 911 phone call. So I called 911. They give her um the stroke test. She passes with flying colors, right? But
Mm-hmm.
they're like this, she's still really off, and then she has some fainting spells in front of them. They gave her an immediate like emergency EKG right there at the house.
Mm-hmm.
and the EKG came back normal. So they
Mm-hmm.
were like, something's going on and it's weird. All her vitals are fine. Her sugar is fine. Her EKG came back fine. She actually passed the fast track test.
Mm-hmm.
So let's just take her and just to be sure. I'm like, yeah, let's do that.
Uh-huh.
So we get there, and then, man, listen. So they put in a trauma room, which is like the really emergent room of the
Uh-huh.
hospital. And now they're checking for possible stroke.
Mm-hmm.
They rushed her over to CAT scan. The CAT scan didn't show no stroke. Her vitals were still pretty normal. And then the minute that they started saying, "Well, she's probably gonna have to stay here for 2 or 3 days," her blood pressure skyrocketed because she has like a little form of white coat syndrome.
Mm-hmm.
So which she always did. Um, well, lo and behold, the neurologist comes in with Parkinson's disease
Oh,
on
really?
top of her dementia. Isn't that freaking great? Yeah.
Mm. They did blood work on her when she came in?
Oh yeah, they did. They did 6 sets of blood work. The minute we
Uh-huh.
came in there, I think it was every hour at first for the initial like emergent period,
Mm-hmm.
and then they took 12 vials the very next day. They gave her an extensive MRI. The neurologist in the hospitalist was working. Yeah, they took her off of this shaky medication she was taking called primidone.
Yeah, because something was
Um,
telling me medications, so something had to be with the medications.
yeah, so they took her off of that and they gave her a new medication called Cinemet, and the Cinemet is actually working
Mm.
wonders. Um,
But damn,
but
now
yeah,
she
she
has
has
Parkinson's.
Parkinson's disease. Yep,
Damn, man. It's like,
one thing after another over here.
yeah, man. It's like a whole bunch of dominoes. When that's just gonna, it's gonna like.
For real.
And how old is she again?
She just turned 72 on the 7th of July.
72. Okay. All right. So she's still a young pup. She's still young,
I
but
mean,
she,
she is. She's not in the very best condition, but she's still young. She's still strong. And every time they told her to squeeze a hand, she's always been heavy-handed.
Mhm.
So every time they would tell her to squeeze a hand or kick her foot or lift up her foot, she was just like on her A1 strength. They were like,
Mm.
she's really good for her age and to be dementia 3 years into dementia. This is like really remarkable. And they were like, you're doing a really good job taking care of her. They were like, we really don't see any reason not to send her back home. And so they sent her back home after that whole ordeal. But she's been doing really great with the new meds.
Oh, that's good. Well, the thing is that,
Yeah.
like, the next 3 years, from I'm telling you right now, as a psychic, the next 3 years is gonna be a bitch.
Oh, for sure. I
It's
mean, I
gonna
already
be it.
told Elle that.
It's going like downhill.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yep.
it's gonna be these 3 years. It's just gonna be like and just cheer her up, make her happy. Just
Yeah,
continue
that's
doing
what
what
we
you're
do.
doing. You're doing exactly. They'd rather have her with you than have her in any home or any place,
Oh,
because at
facility. Yeah,
least,
for sure.
yeah, facility, because with you at least you're around the clock on her, and it's kind of like 1 to 1, and you have it under control. You have her, in a good place, a good state. So that's why they're like, yeah, we'll send her home. You just continue doing what you're doing. You're doing great. And it's a lot.
Oh
It's
my
a lot
God,
of
the
work.
funniest thing. So they kept on asking her questions, to see where she was at, like deep into her dementia and stuff. And "Well, how old are you?" And she got all questions right. And they were like, "Well, who's the president of the United States?" And she says, shit, I don't freaking know, but I know I don't freaking like that bastard. And everybody was cracking up. Everybody was like, well, at least she don't she remembers that much, damn
Oh,
it.
oh my god, that is so funny. Oh my god, that is priceless. Oh
It
man,
had
yeah.
the whole place was cracking up.
Uh,
She
uh,
said, I don't know, but I know I don't like that bastard.
he's just. It's gonna take. we're gonna see. Okay, because let's say, for instance, we're going into a repeat cycle right now. So whoever wins in 2024, it's just a repeated cycle. We're not
Right.
going to see someone new until 2028, and that's when someone new is going to step in into the office and take over. And if who's going to be,
I mean, I
and
just hope we survive until 2028 with the way shit is going politically, you know?
yeah, because well, if Biden wins, he gets another 4 years, right? If Trump wins, he only could serve 4 years.
He only could have 4 more years, correct?
He can only have 4 more years because the total is eight years in total.
Mm-hmm.
Unless the Constitution is changed, um, they could extend the presidency, but that has to go through the Congress, and it has to go through the whole system, and it has to. And if they're gonna rewrite the Constitution, there's gonna be a lot of fillers. They're gonna try to put in more things in there, like with the guns and
Yeah.
other topics they want to probably push into the Constitution. Um, because I always thought 8 years or 4 years is too short of a time frame to bring to serve. And then if you do win a re-election, then you get another 4 years, and things that you just did in your first 4 years is starting to take effect on your second term, and then your second term is not, whatever you do in your second term is not going to be felt until the third term. So I always
Right.
thought, and usually on the third term you have a new president, somebody else is coming into office, and they could, they could drop those whatever he signs into to law and change it. And yeah, that's what Biden did when he came in. He dropped a lot of what Trump did, and he just like flipped shit around, and look at the country now. The country, I just feel like it's just not in the right space right
The
now. And
country is running just as geriatric and demented as the president is. That's what the
yeah,
country is doing.
very confused. This country is very confused. Look at what happened with the LGBTQ, elemental PQRX, YZ, elemental P, plus plus
The
plus
alphabet.
plus. Give them the alphabet group. I'm not a part of them. I don't know who they are. I don't associate with them. I don't join no gangs unless it's my own. I
Hello,
have
me,
my,
myself, and
and I accept you in my gang, Gigi.
I.
But it's like that group is just very, and the way they try to take over the narrative was so fucking crazy and
Albert
just
is here.
too much. All right, let me get him in. Hold on, Albie. I'll get you in. Hey, Albie.
What's up?
Hey, Albie, how are you?
I'm okay.
Good to hear.
He's
Hey,
alive.
Rick, how was Pasquale's birthday?
It was good. We went to Boston. We went to
Very
Boston.
nice.
We went and ate over there. We changed our minds about Fleming's, and we went over to Boston, and we ate out there, and we had a great time. It was really cool. And Boston is New York is New York. Boston is Boston.
Two
Boston,
different beasts right there. Two
yeah,
different beasts.
cleaner, a lot less urine in
Yeah,
the
so
streets. You know,
yeah,
it's very
for sure.
it's very it's like it's kind of like it's kept up.
Is
And
well kept is well kept this organization,
yeah,
Boston.
it has its problems, but it's not.
Mm-hmm.
It's clean. It's a clean city. Um, the energy was weird. When I go there, because I feel energy. I start feeling energy from people, and it's just mixed energy.
There's
But
always mixed energy between Bostonians, is that how you would say it, and New Yorkers, you know? And
yeah,
not you really from CT, but
I'm
hey,
used
Albie,
to
hit that up.
yeah, I'm used to New York, because I grew up
Hey,
there
can I
when I
show
was
you
little.
my son? Hey, can
I
I take a
see it.
look size it up?
Oh Lord.
I
But yeah,
just read up. I just read up the other day. I got some pina colada strain, and that shit is amazing.
yeah, I gotta go by your house.
That
I,
pina colada is official.
I need to put in my order and pick it up. Yeah, because I have my license, so I could travel with it.
Damn straight you can.
So I could travel with New York because New York is it's legal medically. So I could go and pick it up and come back. It's about for me and you, it's less than 2 hours. You're less than two. It's like going to Boston.
Mama, let's go to the room.
Like
We're gonna
going
go to the room,
to,
Mama.
for me and Gigi,
I
this
can't.
the,
I
the
stay here
distance
because
is
we're gonna get
like
you ready with your pants. Hold on, guys.
yeah, it's okay. Um, from me to her, it's like going to New York City. It's like going to Boston. The distance wise, I could get to her house probably like in an hour and 45 minutes. So if she ever needed me, like emergency wise, how I could probably get there in an hour and a half. you
Yeah,
know,
it's not. That's not that bad.
it's not that bad. It's just because if I go down that way, I want to probably keep going further down because I would like to take a road trip, you know, and then visit my peoples and be like, hey, what's up, and then go
Yeah,
visit.
you know where I like to take you and Pascual at? There's something called the Five Points up here where I'm at. It's about 10 minutes from my house,
Mhm.
and the 5 points is you literally can see all 5 states from that
Well,
vantage point. It's pretty awesome.
that's what's up. That we'll be down for that. Like I, I'm thinking about going to New Hampshire because I was talking about earlier on the first show about going to New Hampshire and I wanted to go hiking there.
Come on, Mama, what's wrong?
And the hiking is next to waterfalls and streams and like beautiful cascading waters and beautiful like it's so charging the area because the water rushing and the area is just full of energy. So I know if I go there and I meditate and take my cards with me, I could probably do a
Let's
live
go to the
show from
bathroom,
there.
Mama. I always
So something to look forward to in the near future. I'm gonna be doing that hiking trip. Um, I from what I heard, it takes about 2 hours to hike. I'm like, for me, I just got to take my time because, like, if I get tired, I get tired. Yeah, I need a break. But just take plenty of water and a sandwich and go on a nice walk. And the water is just so beautiful, and the it's something like it's beautiful. It's just beautiful, and I want to do it. I want to do it. I'm gonna do it. I just don't know when yet, but it's gonna happen. But other than that, I would like to go. I'm gonna probably go visit some of my peoples, GG, and go visit some, like maybe probably visit Doc because he wouldn't be too far. You're further down because you're all the way in Ohio. That's a long ways. That literally is a good almost half a day probably to get to where you're at. It'll probably take maybe a whole half a day. Let me see. I could check. What part of Ohio, Albie?
Montgomery.
Who?
Montgomery County?
No, not the. Well, what's the closest
South
city to you?
Africa.
What's the
Uh-huh.
what's the closest city to you?
Columbus, maybe Eaglewood, Heber Heights.
All right, hold on. Let me see. Because I don't know Ohio like that. I definitely know you're not nowhere near Toledo. You're not nowhere near Cleveland. Probably nowhere near Columbus. Dayton.
Yeah, that's
Then
where I live.
around Dayton, right? Yeah,
Yeah.
because you're you're basically yeah, I can feel you around Dayton. I don't. That's why I said the other ones. Nope, nope. Because you're not near that. You're by Dayton. Let's see how far it is. Hold on. It's not don't want to doesn't want to say. Let me see. Oh, you guys got Dayton has an international airport. Oh, I gotta check that out because I could just fly in instead of driving. Just rent a car over there.
Oh,
That
Because
will definitely save you on wear and tear on your car.
yeah, no, it's just that saved me fucking driving a whole fucking half a day.
Damn straight.
Shit, because he's in the corner of Ohio, like he's in the southwest part of Ohio. Shoots, but I want to know how far it is by car. Let me see if it says. Okay, why does it not? It's not letting me. Car. Okay. Oh, it's telling me for the start. Of course, my home. Oh, goodness gracious. Okay. Driving with no tolls. 10 hours and 34 minutes. Like I said, 12 hours because I have to stop, get gas. Probably not. I probably
yeah.
could make it in a tank of gas. Maybe. Let me see. Nah, I may have to get gas. And then, of course, I got to take breaks because that's 10 hours. That's a lot of fucking driving.
So
And
taking a plane is a whole lot faster.
what, train?
No, no, a
Oh,
plane.
plane? Oh, plane? Oh, yeah. In a plane, I get there like in an hour. Like an hour, maybe 15 minutes. Let me see what it says. Um, let me see. I wonder. Let me see. I can't really check because I will have to take another thing there and figure it out. But um, it says by car about 11 hours, 10 hours and 35 minutes, but it's basically 11 hours. By train is 22 hours. If you come walking, it'll take you 10 days walking.
Fuck
If you come by bike, like riding a bike, you get here in 3 days. You know, you can Forrest Gump it. I just started walking. It'd be like Forrest Gump, just cross the whole country back and forth. Say, why did you do it? Because I was bored. Oh no!
yeah.
But the flight shouldn't be that bad. I mean, I wonder. I wonder what the flights are. I could check it later. I'm not gonna do that right now because I have to go through my accounts and then figure it out. It's not bad. But I never been to Ohio. Ohio, it's foreign to me. I never had to go down that way, because every time I if I get on the highway, it would be like 95 going south or north on 95, and I just stay on 95. Yeah, I've never really traveled. The only I've been to Niagara Falls, and we got there by car, and even to get there, it's like close to like 6 hours. Like it takes like about 5.5 hours, 6 hours. Like it's wild how the distance to there. Let me see. I can put it over here. I can find out. I know it's like 6. I think it's like 6 hours. If I'm not mistaken. Let me find out. Niagara Falls directions. 6.5 hours. So, and it's a fee of $21.08. And it's true. And that's each way. So you're looking at a like round trip of $42.16. You have to factor in the tolls. Even from here going to over there, it's $21.08 in tolls. But 6 hours and 35 minutes. It's pretty not too. It's okay. I mean, it's just New York is when you're traveling in New York, right? Cross New York, it's very long. It's very long. Ohio is very long too. It's long too. Pennsylvania, Florida is I think the longest. I think in California, all these states are long. When you have to go, across the state, it's a big distance, man. And Pennsylvania is long, and New York is very long. So it's like you have to go to the furthest outreach of New York to get to Niagara Falls. It's like all the way out there, the other side. But I'm going to be going there soon. Be going to Niagara Falls soon. And then I want to stay in the Canadian side. I want to see the Horseshoe Falls from the Canadian side. I want to see like the whole view is going to be beautiful from that side. And they got the sky wheel. They have a big sky wheel there. And yeah, I'm going to get on it, and I want to see Niagara Falls from up there, but I want to do it at night. Like, I'll have to probably make a reservation because there's going to be a lot of tourists that's going to want to do it at night too. But the way they light it up at night is beautiful. It is. And certain nights, I think like 4th of July, or I think on the weekend, they do like fireworks. They, I think it's on Saturday nights or something like that. They have a firework show at Niagara Falls, and it's really cool. It's really pretty. So it's and it's very refreshing, especially Cave of the Winds. Well, if you do the American side, which we are gonna do too, and I want to feel that water again. That water is so refreshing. It's so rejuvenated. Like, I feel rejuvenated every time I like think of it. It's just something about the water. The natives.
I gotta take the garbage out, so I'll be back.
All right, the natives there. Those waters were like sacred waters, and the history of Niagara Falls. It's people took advantage of it back in the days, and they had houses and stuff built on Niagara Falls, and they were making electricity, and they were doing all bunch of stuff on that. It was just the history of it is just crazy. You could probably watch it on YouTube. But I went through the tour and I saw what they did, and it's just during those times, man, were very opportunistic and took advantage of this beautiful land. And sad that humanity could be that way, and it's still to this day that way. It's just we're not learning, we're just surviving. We're born to die, so when it's our day, it's our day, and it's going to happen. So I wonder a lot of things, because I've never been at this state, where I'm getting older and the possibility of dying is there. I died many times and came back, so I haven't officially died. I had people plan my death and everything, but I'm still fucking here until that day comes that like give me the 10 count. It's like it's not getting back up, and that's it. Move on. I move on to another journey. It's just weird how this life is. The whole cycle is just weird. Good medicine. Tastes good. But I need to go to Gigi's house, and I need to get some medicine from over there and bring it back over here. I go over there, I'm gonna come out with like 2 ounces. I get like 2 ounces. I was like, yo, I need 2 ounces of your finest selections, and then drive it back over here. I could travel up to 3 ounces. That's a lot. 3 ounces? Shit. It's like, where's the party? But I'm licensed medical to smoke, so for me, I can go to the dispensary, and that would cost me a lot of money if I was to buy 3 ounces of weed from the dispensary. Shit. But I wouldn't drive with that 3 ounces. 2 ounces, yeah. 2 ounces is fine. 3, I mean, that's too much. I don't need all that. You know how much that will last me? That'll last me a long time. Like, I smoke a lot. I'll do about 4 joints a day. I already did 2 in the first show. I'll do 2 now, and that's it. So, and my joints are these joints are 0.6. So basically, I'm smoking 2.4 grams total at point zero point 0.6 grams. So I don't overdo it. I don't smoke I don't smoke an eighth a day. I'm kind of under that. I'm at 2 grams, like 2.4. It's all good. Yeah, that's what makes me. It helps me. I'll vouch for marijuana. I mean, it's very helpful. There's so many different ways to medicate though from marijuana. It's You can do the spray. You spray yourself with the medicine. You can get the lotion. That's also helpful. You could get the tincture, um, which you use and you put in the back of your underneath your tongue. You put a couple of drops, and you start feeling really good. I have that. I have it. I should do it one day here, like when I'm on the show, and just do the tinctures. Like I do have a bottle there, brand new too. I haven't used it yet, but definitely could try it here and do like a long show. Maybe I could do it for the 400 episode. 400 episode. Yeah, the 400 show is coming up quick. We're at right now at 495, if I'm not mistaken. Let me check. Let me check. I think I'm on. Yeah, this is 395. So I got 5 more shows to go for 400. So if I do a show every day, the Friday will be the 400 show. And I think that will be on, if I don't take a break, it would be on Friday. But if I take a break, I'm not going to do a show on the weekend. Next weekend, I'm not going to do a show. I'm not sure what I'm going to do next weekend. But I don't think, I may do a show, but I don't think it's going to be the 400 episode. I think the 400 is going to come like during the week. I don't know if it's going to be like on a Thursday or if it's going to be Friday. I don't know if I'm going to be doing 2 shows on a weekday, because I know I want to do a morning show. I want to do it with Doc Illusions. I want to do a morning show with him. And I think that'll be super interesting and super cool for you guys to watch. It'll just be me and him. So it'll be cool to watch. And then maybe an evening show where I can add other people onto the show and they can come on. But 400 is coming up. And that 400 show is going to be a minimum of 4 hours. We got to be on here for 4 hours minimum to celebrate 400. We could do 4 hours, exactly 4 hours. That'll be something I'm looking forward to, and it's coming so soon. We should go back and watch some episodes on my 400 episode. Go back to the past. Revisit some of my shows. That would be cool to do. Go back and rewatch some of my episodes. I want to find some of them. Some of them were really, 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 really cool. And it was like when I do my readings and stuff, it's just very intense. It can get intense, and the energy is really good and high. And I was, it's there. So you got to check it out. Um, maybe maybe we could do that for the forefront episode. We could go back and watch some of my past videos, like 5 years ago. It's like I think my oldest one is like 5 years ago. Let me see. My life, because I've done a lot of lives, a lot. A lot of lives. Like it's I can scroll down, it's gonna be years and years and years. So much. I even had a fro. I was so hairy. My hair was so hairy. I had long. At one point, I had long hair because I let it grow out. I want to see how it was when I grew it out. So many people, different people pass through. You know, they come and go. Oh yeah. Oh, look at Jack. I remember him. A lot of these people, it's just there's so many of them here. And 5 years ago, wow, it's close to almost 6 years. I think this year would be 6 years since I've been doing like live shows. I've done a lot of live shows. I did one recording and then short live stream because I have the flu. Yeah, that flu is bad. I've had the flu many times. Um, Damn, that was way back. 5 years. Man, how time flies. Time just flies. And so many people like came in and went, you know. So it's good to reminisce on 400. So I gotta do gotta do something for that stream. You know, that's gonna be a big stream. 400. Yo, GG.
Hello.
Oh, girl. Yeah, I was just talking about 400 because I'm 5 shows away from 400, and I wanted to probably on the 400 episode, I wanted to relive some of the readings that I did on like 5 years ago, almost 6 years, but it's been a long time. I've been on here, and I'm reaching my 400 episode. I'm 5 episodes away.
5 away from 400. That's a milestone.
Hell yeah! That show is gonna be 4 hours long. Easily gonna be 4 hours long. I tend to do long shows anyways, but I know that one is gonna be 4 hours minimum. So, and I'm gonna relive some of my readings. I want to find them. I'm gonna spend this week looking for, and I want to highlight which videos, because I did so many readings and did so many oh man, oof. But the birthday one, the one from Australia, I would like to get that one. There's another one that I would like to get from UK. Um, Another one from the Middle East. Um, I've done so many different readings from around the world. At that time, I was just getting a lot of like energy coming my way. I had people just come and go, and it's cool when new people come through. It's and then they just go off. They go off and they're like butterflies. I see them like butterflies, and they just go off to their next journey. Yeah,
Oh, that's a good way to see it.
yeah. Because
Have we heard from Rambo? How's Rambo doing?
I saw him here the other day. He had came through. He's doing good. He's just he's busy with work, and he was doing his video, and he's doing him he's doing good. He's I like it because he's really trying. And he's very entertaining when it comes to his YouTube, and he's funny. So he's natural, and I like about him. There's
Yeah,
a lot
he
of
definitely is. He has a natural knack for sure.
yeah. He's so funny. He's a good one. I can feel his energy, and I know. I did a reading for him, and he was like, he's like, he was like, "You're getting into my man. You're getting into my head. You're too good." Yeah, he was like, "You're too good. You're too good." Okay, okay. That's like you can't hide anything from me. It's like you're an open book. I start seeing things. He starts laughing, but I did a reading for him. He was surprised, but he's doing good. He has a lot on his plate. I'm gonna try to get him on here one day.
I hear that. So do I. So I could totally understand that.
Yeah, it's just when you're busy with life and have things you have to take care of. It's just you don't got time to be on here, and I don't take anything personal with people. There's a lot of people that don't show up, and there's people that come through. It's okay if you can't come, you can't come. You know, I'm still gonna continue talking because I could talk by myself. It's
Dad, you can
just
say hi to hi.
hi,
Dad,
Hi.
hi. How you
say hi,
doing?
Rick.
Hi, Rick.
Say hi, Albie.
Oh, hi, Aldi.
Hi,
What's
Aiden.
up,
That's my little mini me.
Yeah, his future.
He's like, you guys are doing a video. That's your face right there. He says. I'm like, yeah. I'm like, you can say hi if you want to.
Yeah, it's he's gonna
I
be
definitely don't
something.
have a shy kid.
I already told you about him. I already
Oh,
told you about him.
You're shy to some people.
yeah.
Yeah, that's far
When
few
I
in
used to
between.
be little, I used to be shy of my cousin's house.
I know. You're
I,
not shy no more though.
I like to
He is quite the character, my son is.
I already know his future. I already see it. I see it to a dime, like everything, because he's so young and so the energy, and I pick up like just listening to them. I just listening to people. I pick up information. It's like a cell phone like connection. It's like I'm downloading and uploading information just by listening. That's my gift. I'm very sensitive, I guess, and I pick up a lot of images and I see things. He's gonna be.
He's
uh,
gonna be a damn Dominican player for sure. I'm pretty. I could really
I,
put my money on it.
I already told you he's gonna start young too. So, um, I'm gonna have to. I already know interventions. Like you're gonna have talks with him and everything, and he'll understand. It's gonna come like in 10 years. It's gonna be even younger. He's like once he hits his like fourth, third, not even young. He's gonna be like a youngie, like 11, not like 11 years old, like 11, 12 years old. He's gonna be, and it's just gonna, he's gonna be good. He's gonna be smart in school. I'm not worried about that.
He's pretty good in school. He's a good scholar. I can't really
He
Yes, I'm talking about you, Aiden.
needs to get into sports and channel that energy, like play baseball, play. He needs to get into sports and burn off a lot of that energy.
Yeah,
Because
I'm hoping that with his asthma, I'm hoping he outgrows his asthma. Me and Ella are both hoping.
I
I
think
don't know if he will.
he it's just gonna take him a while. Even if he's asthmatic, he can still
I
be
mean, he
productive.
definitely knows his limits because he
Yeah,
loves running and playing around. He loves gym and stuff like that.
yeah,
Um,
yeah,
and he knows his limits. Like he knows when to stop. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
And he knows when to ask for his asthma pump. He's pretty alert. What,
Yeah.
baby?
So he could like
This
play
is like my
baseball.
fourth one today, babe.
It would be nice if he played baseball.
Yeah, I would love for him to play baseball.
Yeah,
That
because
would be super dope because I used to play softball. And I mean,
it.
I'm Dominican, so you know us Dominicans, if you're either born with a pot in your hand or a hair straightening iron or a baseball bat. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, in Puerto Rico too, it's like that. It's like you cook or you play baseball.
That'd be nice.
It'll
That
be
would make
nice.
my father's life.
Oh yeah, I think he'll be good playing baseball. Because it's not so aggressive as far as, yeah, you have to do a lot of physical. Like you have to run and stuff, but once you're in the game, it's not like that. And
Yeah, it's
especially
pretty paced. It's pretty paced out though. Like
yeah,
you don't. I mean, you have to be a good runner, yeah, but it's not like you would as a football player. Football player,
or
you
yeah,
doing yards at a time.
yeah, and not only that, but like a marathon runner, it's like he's not running like
Yeah,
miles and miles and miles or kilometers. He's just, baseball is
right.
it's, but there's a lot of training that goes into baseball, and even if you try to take it professionally, you have to go through like a whole process. And I mean, he'll probably do really good at baseball. I'm just saying, if he could concentrate, if he could home in concentration, and he has good vision.
He has a good arm.
Yeah, you see.
He for sure has a good arm. So we're trying to now it's more or less he's kind of like nervous a little bit when you pop the ball with the bat and the bat goes all the way up in the air and he's trying to catch it. But
Mm,
he loves hitting the ball. He's pretty good at it. He's not
mm,
excellent yet, obviously. He needs to hone his skill in. But he's
mm.
definitely a good arm thrower. He got an arm. He loves throwing.
Okay, and he's right-handed, is
And
he?
he's right-handed. Yeah.
Okay,
And he's
yeah,
a Scorpio through and through. Boy, is he one.
yeah. I can see him when he gets older. He's gonna get into all that stuff. Like I can see him getting into the softball stuff too, because it'll be something that like baseball is good because like you can always go to the games and watch him play.
Yeah, I'll be his number one cheerleader, whatever he chooses for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah. Um, is he flexible?
Oh yeah, yeah. And very athletic.
Because gymnastics is another thing that came across me. Gymnastics, basically routines, um, I don't know if he will ever get into that. Would
I don't
be
know.
nice.
I'm dying for the Olympics to start so that I can. I like watching the Olympics, certain sports on
Yeah,
it, and I would like to see his take on it and what he thinks about it.
I love the Olympics. I used to really like watching it. I mean, there's. I would have loved to have gone to the Olympics, and imagine and performing at a level to win a medal.
That would be super dope.
Man, that's it's a very few get that opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
And you have to be. It's like the Hunger Games. You have to be the best of the best.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and that's a lot of
The cream of
training.
the crop.
Yeah, a lot of training, a lot of commitment, both from him and you, and it's something that is just a lot. And if you accomplish, the rewards are beautiful.
Yeah. He was too young for these past Olympics that passed on, but I can't wait for the next Olympics to start and then see his take on it.
Yeah, I mean, which is where they're gonna have the next Olympics at? I don't remember
I
where
don't
they're.
know. I'm gonna have to Google that.
Yeah, when is the next Summer Olympics? Where is it gonna be? I forgot where. I don't know if it's in I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if it's some. Let me see. I'm trying to think. Is it Qatar? No, it can't be because they just had the World Cup there.
Hmm.
Oh man, it's gonna have to be a Google question. Let me see.
I can't believe school is only a few, technically, like what, like 8 or 9 weeks away already? Not
Yeah,
even. What am I
already.
talking about? It's less than that. It's actually like 5 weeks
What?
because we're already over. Technically, July is done with, and then we have August, which is we
Yeah,
got our 4 weeks here.
I already see that they're putting back to school specials already.
Yeah, I have his we already did some shopping for him, but I have his whole wardrobe online right now. It's gonna come up to about 384. Everything's so expensive these days. And he's a very, oh my God, I've created a monster.
Mhm.
He's very picky with what he wants to wear already and the way he wants to look. And he has I applaud him for his individuality, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So he definitely has his own little taste going on. But
Okay, the next Olympics is going to be in Paris. Paris is going to be hosting the 2024 Olympics. Paris has been burning down. I don't know what's going to be left of Paris because they've been having like big time problems there.
burning down as in what, like forest fires?
And this
No,
is
burning down like burning down
the
businesses, and they've been having a lot of protests there and a lot of like this like destruction, and they've been having problems there, like big time problems. And the Olympics is coming in 2024. Oh, there's going to be problems with that
Oh
Olympics.
damn, the presidential year, huh?
Yep. Yeah, I mean, it's going to be a interesting Olympics. I mean, it's gonna be interesting because I feel like Paris is not really something might happen. With these climate control things and um, terrorists or whatever that's out there.
Oh no. I
They
haven't really
Yeah,
kept up on international news like that. I haven't heard anything really. I have to look into it.
Yeah, it's gonna be. It's just need more security, of course, but they're already acting up over there. And once the Olympics, next year, it's just gonna continue, and it's just uh, hopefully. I like the diving, like from the Olympics. I'm into the diving competitions. So I like to see them jump off of, 10 meters, the high dive. It's like it's pretty cool.
Yeah,
I
that's
like
pretty dope.
besides the gymnastics, I like the when they do it's kind of like the canoe, and they do the water rapids. Also, that's pretty cool.
Yeah,
Uh,
that is pretty cool.
Yeah, that's kind of newer too, a newer competition, but I like it because it just takes a lot of energy to maneuver the obstacles and stuff. So I really like that. Besides the track and field and the marathon and so forth. Um, I like the whole. I like them. I like because they have so many events. It's just you could pick which. They have the CrossFit one. They have the archery. They have so many different types. They have the horses.
Yeah,
Where
they have so many. They have so many different types of competitions.
so many competitions, like the horse crip walking. The best crip walker gets like a medal. The horse be gangster. They be like crip walking. They be doing their thing, like, and the horses it's and then they on the boards, and they sound so cool. Like they're like prancing. Like I like the Olympics. I really do.
I
It's
do.
gonna be
I like both. I like summer and winter Olympics are pretty cool too.
yeah. The winter is pretty cool.
Hmm.
I like from the winter. I like the bobsledding. I like the bob.
Bobsledding is awesome. I like
Yeah,
the snowboarding. So I used to be a big Sean White fan.
yeah. The snowboarding. I like when they do the jump. The how you call those when they go down the slope, and then they it's like a high jump type of thing,
Yep.
and the furthest distance gets the medal. Um, yeah, Winter Olympics is pretty cool. I wonder where's the next Winter Olympics. Let me see if I could find that here too. Like why not? Okay.
So the Summer Olympics will be in 2024 in Paris, and then we're looking at the Winter Olympics for when?
That's what I'm trying to find out. I'm trying to find that out. Wait, where hold on. I think it's in 2026. It says Milano Cortina.
Ooh, in Milano.
Milano. 2026 will be the first Olympic Games to be host in two cities, Milano and Cortina.
I can't wait to see the opening of the Olympics. I love, love, love watching the opening.
Yeah, they always have like performances and subliminal messaging. They
Hmm.
do. There's a lot of subliminal messaging and those in the games. So now I truly you see that's now I truly wonder because this is gonna be the 100th year since the last time Paris hosted the Olympics. Since the last time Paris hosted the Olympics, they hosted it in 1900, 1923, and now it's happening. Is it 19? No, it was 20. It was 1924. Let me see. Hold on. It was 1924. Let me confirm. Yeah, 1924. So the next Olympics is going to be the 100th year since the last one being held in Paris.
That's pretty awesome. They should have like a pretty awesome ceremony for that.
Yeah, it's going to be like the 100 year, and it's going to be interesting, very interesting. And then we know America has the Olympics in 2028, and I think it's going to be in California, right? Los Angeles is going to be one of
I
the whole
believe so.
cities. They're going to have to fix Los Angeles because there's a lot of homeless in the streets. There's a lot of poverty going on there, and the Olympics
Oh my God, Skid Row in LA is terrible.
yeah, and there's a lot of stuff going on, and they got the Olympics, so and that's gonna be in pretty much what 4.5 years from now. It's gonna be interesting. I don't know. I don't know. But I like the Summer Olympics. I like the soccer also. I like when they have the soccer too. That's where it's for me. The Olympics is entertaining, is when they have the soccer, which is the football, and it's Argentina. I think Argentina won the last Olympics. Was it Argentina?
I believe it was.
Was it Argentina that won? I'm trying to say. I know Argentina won the World Cup. Who won the Olympics? Oh, I gotta find out. Google. I'm putting Google to work.
Deep diving into the Olympics.
Yeah.
Oh, it's 8:30. It's about to be 8:30. I gotta put Aiden down.
Yeah. Go ahead. Go take care of him.
Yeah, I'm gonna go put him down. If you guys are still on, I'll jump back on.
Yeah, I'm gonna find out right now. I'm gonna see who won the Olympics. For the men's soccer. Okay, why is it not showing me? The Olympics football championships group. Okay, I'm gonna have to do some searching. And when was that Olympics? It was in 20. It was 2020. Let me see. Oh, Brazil won gold. Spain won, but this is men's soccer? Yeah, this is men's. So Brazil won gold, Spain won silver, and Mexico won bronze. So that's pretty interesting. All right, Gigi. We'll talk later.
All right, guys. Talk
All right.
later.
Okay. Here you go.
Oh no, Dominic's here. Dominic, come on. If you could come onto the show and talk, we could talk. You saw it? I want to get your opinion. I hope you saw the movie. I saw it again. I want to punch myself again because it's supposed to be a comedy movie, but there was nothing funny about it. Like I there was just nothing funny about it. So I don't get the movie so much. Oh, he's here too. Oh man. Yo, what's up, Dominic?
Hey Rick, hey Albie.
Yeah, how you doing, man? Did you see the movie?
No, I'm still too scared, but I'll watch it probably tomorrow.
Oh, I saw it again. It's just corny. It is. It's not funny. It's supposed to be a comedy movie, but I don't see the humor in it.
The humor is us watching it.
Yeah, just I saw also Mission Impossible, the Day of Reckoning. It's a movie that I wouldn't watch in the movies. It's definitely made to be at home type of movie and watch from home.
Mm.
It's just it really plays with your anxiety.
How so?
Yeah,
How so?
yeah.
What triggered it?
It's just the movie itself. It's very triggering, I guess, for me because it takes you on this roller coaster ride, and it's so many toss and turns and deception, and like it's very everywhere, and all the stunts too, and Tom Cruise is just fucking crazy. I come to a conclusion that he's insane. He did his own stunts in this movie, and holy moly, like give the stuntman a job. Don't put your life like that on the line. The dude's just like he's insane.
Mm.
He is, and he's aging. You could tell he's aging, but he's still interesting. It's an interesting movie. Of course, we know there's another part to it. Um, a lot of BS when it comes to certain scenes, especially like the train part. Um, it's only in movies, type of stuff. Other than that, it was okay to watch it at home, not for the movies. It's not a once you watch one, you kind of watch them all in a sense.
Mm.
But it seems to be like continuation, and it just changes a bit, and the mission changes a bit, and characters change a bit. They do have some of the old characters in the movie, so it's just oh man, it's just another Mission Impossible. It's just another one, and it's okay, but it follows the same format. You know, it's like this is how it is, and they follow it for every movie they do. So yeah,
It's kind of like watching like Freddy Krueger or Michael in Halloween. It's the same.
yeah.
letters. You know, let's just change a different couple of words. Yeah, I can
Jason,
imagine.
like
Yeah.
Jason, like it's you know what you're getting
Mhm.
once it's getting to that far, and it's not like it's taking you like on an adventure like Lord of the Rings or anything like that, you know, because Lord of the Rings it took you on an adventure, and it in all the movies where even the middle one, the second one from Lord of the Rings, the Twin Towers, I think that was the name of the movie. Actually not Twin Towers, it's the Two Towers. It was really good. I mean, it you know it did drag out, and it did put you to sleep, but
Well, at least you had some good rest.
but it was yeah, but it wasn't a bad movie. It wasn't a bad movie, and you know that series I like. You know, I want to like King of Thrones. You were talking the other day.
Game of Thrones, yeah.
Game of Thrones. Okay, I don't even know the name. That's how because I never watched it. You watched the whole thing of it?
Yeah, I binge watched it. Me and my wife binged it when it was, most of the things have been played. You know, instead of just waiting for every week for it to be played. Yep.
And how you feel about it?
Well, most of those shows, if I'm going to share how I feel, there's a constant theme of us against them.
Okay.
And whether or not you put in humans, dinosaurs, reptilians, you put in ants, it's the same theme. It's a constant theme. Now, along the way, there might be some storyline behind it. You know, it's kind of like watching. I'm trying to think of some other shows. Well, mostly they're all like that, where zombie movies, same ideal. You know,
Yeah.
you can zoom by all the monologues, and if you're a person just looking for the fight scenes, they're all the same. You know, Rambo. You know, there is some messages in it, and there's something to learn from it. But ultimately, it's fantasy, and I enjoy talking about or hearing about fantasies.
Mm-hmm.
But to literally see the movie and then say, okay, you know, here's a ploy. Well, they pick the right actors. They have lots of people that do a lot of script writing, but a lot of their scripts are cheesy. But they're
Mm-hmm.
still, it's kind of like you keep going back for more because you think there'll be some substance, but there never is. You know, I used to watch series like Merlin, for example. That would be a little bit better. Or
Mm-hmm.
the one I just recently seen, Silo. I think it's kind of like the movie Village. You know how maybe we as a species are entrapped, but this whole ideal of kingdoms fighting against kingdom, it's very warlike. But hey, I enjoy it too. But once you've seen one, you've seen them all.
Yeah.
You know,
You see,
Matrix is go ahead.
yeah, because once, like I was saying with Mission Impossible, it's like once you've seen the first one, you've probably seen all of them. Like it's just, yeah, it's the setup is the same. It's just copy, not really copy and paste, but copy and paste.
Mission Impossible is kind of a little bit like 007, James Bond.
Yes, yes, yes.
Very,
Oh,
yeah, very much so. Or, you know, like I was going to say, Matrix. Matrix, initially there was a storyline, but number two,
mhm.
number three, number four is like, okay, we'll do a couple of minutes and then bang into war. We got to fight. To me, that you're better off watching Asian martial art movies.
Mhm.
At least they're flying around and having magical powers.
Yeah.
It's kind of like, I'll give you this. This is my spin on it. You know, when you watch superhero movies, right? In the back of my mind, I'm thinking, okay, the villain and the good guy. We'll say it's Superman this time. I'm like, they're helping economically because they're destroying New York once again. Both of them
Mm.
are, you know. And people say, yeah, but he's a hero. I said, no, he just helped economically. He's destroying the towers. He's destroying people and all that. I'm like, come on, you two rodents, get out of the city. But it's fun to watch. You know, I always like movies where it would be nice where they say, okay, Superman, he's getting killed in the first 3 minutes. Great. Now it's
I
mystery.
yeah, I love the old Supermans though, like with Christopher Reeves.
Well,
Um,
it was a different time. They didn't have digital screens and all that. They
no,
weren't
that's
there.
what made it better.
It was better, but because we didn't have nothing to compare it to. It's kind of like saying the music of old. Well, bands like Rolling Stone would have been a fly-by-night band today.
Oh yeah. Oh.
Like even like a guy like Justin Bieber or Magic John. I mean, not Magic Johnson. What's his name? Michael Jackson. They came
Uh-huh.
around when CDs just hit at that right moment, and that's why
Mhm.
Thriller. And same with what's his name, Beaver or whatever, the Canadian boy, where
Mm.
it was in the moment when YouTube, or in this case, the internet started hitting. So there's a lot of factors involved. But right now, if a guy like Michael Jackson did Thriller, they would have to spend a lot of money to promote him.
Oh yeah, and not only that, but it's just a different. It's just the right time at that moment.
Yep.
You
It's
know,
all, yep. Always like
that's
five
all it
factors.
is. And that's what all of them all, different times, different musics. Like you have your 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s,
Mhm.
90s, then you get into the 2000s, but and you hear the music, it just changes so much. I like music from the 60s and 70s. 70s is fucking, it's awesome, and 80s is great. But then when you start getting to the 90s, you could tell they changed they changed. There's something that started changing,
Mhm.
and the frequency changed. And I think they had like meetings about it, and they want because it affects the humans. It affects your hearing in a certain ways when you hear these musics, because now it's kind of like we were talking the other day. It's kind of like hypnotizing. It's kind of like when you're repeating, it's a chant. When you're repeating the same thing over and over and over and over and over and over and over, in a song, it kind of, Yeah, and I know they changed the frequencies.
They do.
Uh,
Sorry, I was going to say they do, but the thing is, they do a retro. So, for example, they're reconditioning every 10 years or whatever. So they'll play something that's very baroque kind of tone, maybe 3 or 4 generations down the road, because you don't want the next generation to catch on. So
mhm,
when they play, and of course, there's a lot to do with our psychology. Usually, people that listen to a certain type of music around the age of 23 is what they'll favor later on in their existence. So,
mhm,
and it's kind of like even now, I'm going to jump a little bit here. We're in the right time coming up now for the digital system where all the planetorials are aligning. So whoever they are, whether they have psychics or whatever, they know that.
mhm.
So that's why when certain things happen on a cusp, between the 21st and the 22nd of any kind of month, they know how to do that. So that's why when you see certain songs that are being promoted, there's a strategy behind that, because you probably know this, but a lot of people don't know this. Most of the singers do not write their songs. They don't do their album.
No.
That's all staged.
Yeah, Dolly Parton wrote for Whitney Houston.
Yeah, and I think Kenny Rogers wrote, and he was partners with her too, a lot of songs too. That's why even
Mhm.
Prince wrote, but a lot of other people, they don't write their songs.
No, no. Whitney Houston was one. She never wrote her song. I don't think she ever wrote a song.
She might have wrote songs, but the industry said, no, you're going to be reading that. You're going to be doing these songs. You have a talent. You know how to sing. You have a presentation. Like even most of the bands are boy bands. Even
Uh-huh.
Kiss, the band Kiss, there outside of Gene Simmons, who's I guess some sort of club member. That's all. That's all staged. You still got to be good at your craft. It's like
Mhm.
watching wrestling. You still got to be good at your craft, but it's
Mhm.
scripted.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Mhm.
our universe is
Wrestling,
scripted.
wrestling's very scripted. I watch it. I'm a
Yeah,
fan,
so am I.
and I watch all the pay-per-views. I have a private. I do private shows where it's not broadcast on YouTube. It's just those that could come and watch along,
Mhm.
because we have like a watch along hangout amongst.
Yeah,
Albie joins me sometimes. Actually all the time he joins and watches, and I have this other person. His name is he's a youngling. Um, his name is Ramble Master,
mhm. Well,
and
you also watch Monster Truck, NASCAR,
oh yeah, we go
Formula
to the
One. They're all
oh
scripted to a certain point. There's only
oh
certain
yeah,
teams that are in there only using certain
yeah.
type of fuel. So a lot of people want to have the enchantment, thinking this is all organic to a
Mm-hmm.
certain point, but the rest of it,
Mm-hmm.
no. If you to be into the monster truck, you have to be in a certain club.
Yep. Yep. And I love the monster trucks. I'm actually going to the next show. They're coming
Sweet.
out here again. It's a glow in the dark show.
Oh, even better.
So
It'll be neon. Will there be neon on the trucks or
I
something?
think so. I'm not sure how
Sweet.
they're gonna do it, but
Sweet. Enjoy.
I'll be there, and I'm gonna be recording and posting it on my channel so you guys can watch, because it's always interesting. Those trucks are amazing.
Mhm,
I've been a fan since I was a little kid. I
mhm.
remember watching Bigfoot and Barefoot go at it at the Orange Bowl, Miami. Back in the early '80s.
Do you do
It
those
was like
RC trucks? Do you do those RC trucks or watch those guys
I
when they
used to when I was
yeah,
little. When I
yeah,
was younger, when
yeah.
I was like 18, 19, I had a Monster RV truck that I used to work on the signals with the remote control and built the whole damn truck,
Yeah.
suspension, everything. Like I had spare parts. I had
Mhm.
like it was a hobby. It was my stepfather actually got me into it,
That's nice. Well done.
and it was a good hobby because it kept me entertained. And one of my trucks went crazy on me.
So had its own mind.
Yes, it went crazy because I lost total signal on it, and then all of a sudden the truck was just accelerating
There you
like
go.
by
Yeah.
itself
Yeah.
and crashed into a rock, a big ass
Ooh.
boulder, and destroyed the whole truck. And I was like, "What the fuck happened?" I was
Later
like,
on,
I didn't cry over it, but I was like, "What the?" Like, I was kind of like, I was confused
yeah. At
because
the time, you were probably sad, but maybe now you can laugh at it and say, "Oh, geez, I smashed it up. Sweet."
yeah, no, I thought it was cool how, but I was pissed, but I was like, why am I gonna cry over spilled milk? I was just, I had my other trucks with me. I had other vehicles, other
Mhm.
um of my remote control vehicles, but that one was
That was your
one of my
favorite. That was,
favorite ones,
that was your
and
baby. That was your baby, Rick.
yeah, and it just went crazy.
Yeah. Well, that's part of being human. You have sensitivity. I've had fly away with my drones,
Hmm.
and a lot of it's operator error. But the other day I was talking to a buddy. I'm like, we can do all the calibration, but the fact that you have like 10, 15, 20 GPS points on it, I said, who's to say that they're not controlling it and making it fly away? Especially when people
Uh-huh.
like to fly over the top of water. I said, bye bye, into the water it goes. You
Yeah,
know?
well, it happened to my stepfather too when I was with him. I don't know if it was me or if it's me causing the controls to go crazy because it happened to my stepfather, but he had a race boat and his
Mhm.
race boat, he lost signal and it was going full speed right to the shore and right and crashing. And it was so fast that it actually reached the street.
Mhm. Well,
Um, and it destroyed the bottom of the boat. He had to like refabricate it and everything, and it was just it's a hobby. It's a pricey hobby, but
that's right.
shit
They all are.
happens.
They all are. They all are. But they're fun still. No, like I've said
It's
this before.
fun, but the disaster parts, it's like. Ugh.
Mhm.
My stepfather was so pissed. He was mad because it's like those boats are not cheap.
Well,
You know.
that's part of the ideal. I get it, but at the time, yeah, you're allowed to be upset and fucking playing this,
Yep.
ruminating, whatever. But again, I say this jokingly, where once a person's truly aware of this realm, you realize it's fun. It's
I
not something to try.
laughed. I laughed. I don't know. I think I'm just cruel, I guess, in a sense, but I was laughing because I remember my truck got destroyed and I lost signal, and then he lost signal of the boat, and
Mhm.
it just the way it crashed, it was just to me it was funny as hell,
Mhm.
and the way my truck crashed, it was just weird because it went straight for the boulder, and we're talking about a boulder that's like probably like 3 feet tall and about four feet wide. It was
Mhm.
pretty big boulder. It went poof, and you see all the parts flying everywhere.
Well, it'll be like no different when so they tell us when the Wright brothers were trying to invent the aeroplane.
Yeah.
I don't think it was even them. I think that's just the
No,
fact
it wasn't.
they get what. But when you see it crash, especially when a person becomes attached to it, that's where we as humans we become attached in the process of trying to learn to be the next generation of something.
Hmm.
Or like think about the different kinds of balloons they've had, or the Titanic. These are all the things, and a lot of times it comes at the expense of humans, and uh,
Hmm.
and it's not on their feelings. But this is the progression of the human race, and I think we're still being aided. So think about a guy that's in a fighter jet, and all of a sudden it goes down. There's a good chance because they're a fighter jet, they might actually be a valuable, but that jet's worth more than they'll ever be. It's like people that drive in a Formula One. Our body parts aren't even worth as much as that car is worth. But
Cars
people
are
believe,
expensive, man.
sure they are, sure they are. The technology, but if they spend a lot of money on the person that actually flies it or drives it, they'll save it.
Hmm.
That's why they used to have prisoners of war, not for foot soldiers.
No.
They have prisoner of war for those pilots, those people that are special psyops. We'll trade each other because we spend a lot of money training those guys.
Hmm.
The rest of them, it's kind of like Saving Private Ryan. You go there, you're a beanbag, uh, you
No.
know. But that's human life,
No.
and when people become aware of that, now the question would be to them: what do they think they see us? Did they see us as valuable or as a beanbag?
They have a lot of beanbags.
Sad as I may be, whoever they may be, you
There
know,
are
whoever
a lot
may
of
be.
beanbags out there.
Yeah, yep, I get it. I'm gonna heal. I'm gonna heal a beanbag. But hey, I get it. When people
I'll
play the whole ideal, life is
throw you in a
precious.
throw you in a cornhole.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, that cornhole, I love it. I get it when people say live and let live. I said that's when you're nice when you're human.
Yeah.
What happened when you're a cow or a chicken or a rooster or some other animal, a turkey? I'm pretty sure the turkeys, if they knew ahead of time. So what do you guys do on the 14th again?
Yeah, and it's like what luck we have, right? To end up being human instead of becoming a bird or a roach or a bug. It's like we're very lucky to be alive.
So we say, but if we find out that we're on the food chain when it comes to other entity and they drain from us, I said, hey,
They
good for
probably do.
yeah, good for us, good for them. Hey, I'm the chain of command. We're even at a point where people spend way too much time trying to fucking embalm themselves. No, go back to nature, fucking bury yourself, shallow as it possible be, and be done with it. But people get attached to the physical. I get it too.
Yeah.
I'm not talking that I'm not, but the thing is, it's not mine to own. I'm born to die. And when I say I'm born to die, whoever I think I play the part, but I'm not going to die. I'm never going to die. And if I do,
You go
that'll be
to
another
another-
realm.
Yeah, you go to another plane, another episode.
It could be. Well, put it this way: when a person's a slave or a master, think about people that go to prison. Once they truly know, I've never been free because I've never been trapped. And person said, "But I put you in a cage." I said, "Only because you think I'm in a cage. I'm free still."
Mm-hmm.
That's because they'll realize that. But other people will say, "Okay, well, Dominic, your birth certificate." I said, "Only if I think I'm that name." I said, no, because I remember when I was a kid, I always used to know intuitively, make it everything small letters, not realizing what, they play the game of capital letters. That's their filing cabinet. That's all they do. They file people, but people get all caught up. Yeah, but I don't want to be under their system. I said, you are in their system because you're wearing one of their costumes. A human form is their costume. I don't know why people think for some reason, if this is the rule by the devil, fucking show some respect. Well, but there's demons. They're theirs. There's angels. They're probably trying to help you if you want to go to another realm. But this realm, they know, they respect. That's why they give messages in movies, because the angels knows we can only give messages. We can't interfere outside of that. If not, the demons will say, get the fuck out of here.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I say they're playing with you right now, Rick. But if the big boys come to you, you'll know. You'll know. And when you know, you'll say, holy fuck, I wish I only had a fucking ceiling falling on my head.
Oh, man, I talked about this before. I think talking about this a few years back. I think it was like 4 years ago, 5 years ago, maybe. I'm going to be reminiscing when I do my 400 episode.
Please.
I'm going to be going back to my older videos and just play certain parts of it. And I always said that, there's going to be a day the military is going to come and knock on my door and be like, we're going to need you.
That's a warning. Rick, that's a warning. If you have military, most of those guys aren't going to have a clue. Here's an example. You showed me something that was beautiful. You showed me an orb. Okay? Mm-hmm. Have you ever been in the presence of an orb where you actually drop down to your fucking knees because it's so fucking bright?
Shoot.
Once you're not that bright. When you're in that presence, you'll know you're in the presence of something. Right now, you got to see a little beginner. You saw like a little fruit fly.
Yeah, it was pretty.
It was neat. It was neat.
Yeah, it was really neat. It was the way I captured it too, and the way just. The part where we're kind of like, it's so amazing, right? It always amazes me is when it pauses for like a millisecond and then it takes off to the left.
Maybe it was an egotistical, or they wanted you to take a picture of them.
Like literally. The thing is, it went backwards. Like it came across, it went down, and then it came back up. It's like, hey, what's up? And then it left. I was like, wait a minute, what?
Animals do this when they get a pause and they freeze in front of a truck or a car. The reason why is because we forget we have lights on our devices. So you had a camera. That's why I had to ask what kind of camera you had. You have a camera. There's actually a light on it. There's a good chance it's seeing itself or a reflection of a light. Light attracts light. It's not about, hey, I'm looking at a human. No, they're looking at the light. It's like a cat. A cat, if you ever look at a cat, your cat, it goes from what we call a normal human eyes, it goes into a lizard eye. We really don't know. Those creatures could be actually what we call drones.
Yeah, I don't think I had the light on that one because this was in the daytime. When I took the video, it was in the daytime. So there's a lot of light like that comes into my apartment. So it's really like it's bright in there.
But do you have something red on it? You know, sometimes cameras have like a little.
No,
red
it was
no?
my cell. It was my cell phone.
Oh, okay, your cell phone. Okay, good enough.
It's the same one I have now.
Okay.
It's the same one. I don't want to buy a new one yet if I don't have to.
Buy a used one when all the other ones go up.
Yeah, because the thing is like this one. The problem is the battery is depleting more quicker, and this phone was the year where they solidified it to the phone. So I would have to take this phone to the repair shop, and they can do it. It only costs $100.
What is it?
And
iPhone
it's
or
no. This one is the Galaxy S9 Plus.
do they sell an external battery pack where you can put it in a
No,
case?
this one is the battery is soldered to the phone.
The phone is. I know, but can you buy an external battery pack case and it actually?
Yeah, I have those. I have that, but it just
But it's
depletes
not.
itself. It's just depleting. The battery shouldn't go that fast. Like I only have probably like an hour of like on a full charge. It only lasts an hour.
That
So
makes sense. Yeah,
the
so-
battery's just not good anymore.
Good point.
So unless if I'm on the internet or if I'm doing like YouTube or watching YouTube shows or whatever, it will only last about an hour and a half, and then the phone is like dead. So I know something wrong with the battery. I already took it to the. I found I just got information, and they told me it takes about an hour for them to do it. So I'm gonna do it one of these days and just leave the phone there, and then come back and pick it up and have a new battery in it. Because the phone works great. It does everything I need. I don't need to upgrade it. It's like it's just I don't know. I know like the phones now it's like okay, they're great and everything, but they're so expensive.
They're pushing them. They're pushing them up because they're probably going to eventually go towards like the concept of the Apple Google goggles. They're going to probably do that before the chip of some sort.
Yeah, it's the chips. It's the precious metals. It's
Oh no, I'm talking about the chip on your arm or something. Well, right now they'll probably go to the Google Eye because what that goggle will do, it will make people say, I don't need a laptop anymore. I don't need a computer. I can just look everything through a visual. And then what they can do, they'll put something on your arm so you can click whatever. Because that goggle, and that's probably just the beginning one anyway, where you can literally scroll through everything through there.
Or like they put a chip in your arm, and then it releases a Wi-Fi to the phone, and it knows that you're the one, and all your information can be stored on that chip.
Yeah. I'm surprised I got a sense years ago, but they're slowly bringing it out where you have a phone, you can just project onto a wall of some sort. So you can get rid of TVs, you can get rid of laptops, you can get rid of all that stuff. The technology we're on right now, Rick, is actually very old. But we're learning. We're learning because we have to. Because you got to remember, the technology that we're in is advanced. What we're in right now is fucking super advanced. What that technology we're looking at, whether it's a laptop and computer, is still in its infinite stage.
I compare the the 70s to now, and look at the difference. That's crazy. That's crazy fast.
Oh, you mean the electronic technology?
Yeah, everything, like everything. Even the government has gotten more crazier and more advanced themselves, and they listen to everything.
Well, they've always listened. I guess where I was going with that, Rick, is no matter how advanced their technology is, it's still at a snail trail compared to what we're already in. They're just doing it. They're doing it backwards. They're showing how the unknown manifests into the known. So they got to do the known, slowly going into the unknown. So this technology we have, eventually maybe we'll understand exactly how the energy from the earth and from grass and from trees and from soil, how they interact with each other. Some people can see the energy traveling back and forth. It's like to see a sequoia tree and its energy and why it can live up to 300 or 400 years. For us, because we become so lazy, we've manipulated our own self where we no longer live past 70 or 80 or 90 years. And if we do, most of us are unhealthy. So that's just the way we are right now. So, but there is people still out there that can live 100, 110 years old. And usually We have to,
Yep.
factor in how do they live, what environment did they live in.
The area they lived,
Yeah.
what they ate.
Yep.
Um,
What were their thoughts? Did they handle stress? How did they handle stress? You know what I mean? Did they allow the energies around them to be clean?
did
Some people just go ahead.
did they get implanted with a new heart from like a 18-year-old at year 100?
Oh no,
to
I'm not
continue?
talking about those characters. No, those are the ones that just fucking trying to shove. You're talking about the elderly. No, I'm talking about people that they naturally age, but their internals are still youthful.
Not the fixed ones, not the ones that are being fixed. They get blood transfusions and they get 18-year-olds or even younger, like young kids' blood be pumped into them.
Well, some of them, because whoever they are, understand that whoever they are, again, are able to actually absorb somebody else's liquids. Not everybody can do that. No different. Not everybody can take somebody else's placenta. It doesn't work that way, Rick. It's not interchangeable. All humans are different in so many different ways. So I couldn't just take a certain person's blood type. Some people can absorb their blood through the skin. Some people can't. So for them,
Well, they know who's who.
Hmm?
They know who's who.
Sure,
The blood bank knows.
Sure, they do. They voluntarily. Not me per se, but people voluntarily give blood. I said, you're giving donut. You're donating your blood to some sources. No different when people do swab tests. What guarantee when they bring it to some science lab? They just throw it in the garbage. Yeah, tell him he's a diabetic. Tell him he has cancer. And next thing you know, you get a real shot of, and they inject you with how to activate your cancer cells. That's the catch. How they activate your cancer cells, because cancer cells are there to protect.
We're born with it.
Yes, but unfortunately, most people don't understand how did you put it in disease, and if you do, your white cells and your red cells have to back away, and you have to learn how to detox. But most people think, oh, but it's a bad thing, and I'm like, really? So you're going to do a cancer run? What the fuck is that doing for you? No, they're making money off of it. They're never going to solve cancer, especially when they're the ones that cause it, whoever they may be. Because for them, they've been talking about it openly. We're about depopulation. There's too many of you, and we're the ones that have to feed you, fucking shelter you. Yep, but we're the ones that are working. Doesn't matter. You guys aren't doing it for yourself. We got to babysit all of you. I don't give a shit what nation it is. We got to babysit you all. But hey, I'm a human. I said, we even got to give you the suit that you're in. Holy smokes! Oh, it's somebody else's kingdom. People just forget. You got to learn to respect the kingdom you're in. But most people don't even know what it is. Oh, I hate the fucking devil. Whatever. If most people met energies, what we call the devil, they would fucking flee and piss their pants or whatever they want to do, spill some milk out of their fucking tits. No, this is not like a movie. Oh, I see the aliens. Oh my goodness, they're coming to get us. No, that means that you're important. It's kind of like a hurricane, which whatever gods are playing with it. It's like, oh, I'm going to bless myself, and my house is going to be protected from this hurricane, which some can be. But then you have to find out what kind of entity you are. Where other ones, they turn around and say, no, it doesn't matter what you build. That hurricane or that volcano wants to go through you, you're just in the way, buddy.
Let me tell you, I survived Hurricane Andrew down in South Florida back in August 24, 1992. I'll never forget that day and that night. I mean, because it was a night storm and it came through the night, and man, that did so much damage. And we got lucky that the storm wobbled south because it was coming right for us, and at the last second, it wobbled down and it hit my uncle. My uncle lost his eye. But he survived. His house was totally gone. So he had like monkeys in his backyard because the zoo was not far from him, because he lived like about 2 miles from the Miami Metro Zoo. So, and it's in down that area down in Homestead, and yeah, he told me, he's like, he thought he was gonna die. It was just that intense. And he said all of a sudden it got quiet and there was nothing. Like there was like the eye. They were in the eye. And you could see the sky. It was so beautiful. and then it started getting bad again, and then it was just round 2, and they had to hide, and like he lost his house. The house was like gone, like destroyed. He had to live with my grandfather for like like almost like 2 years. He lived with my grandfather, and yeah, and then they moved back when the house was built again, and it was just. But we went through our own part of the storm, and that was really a lot of tornadoes. Holy shit, there was a lot of tornadoes, and we got lucky. You know, our place, you know, sustained damage, but it wasn't that bad compared to others. Others like lost their lives. You know, a lot of people died on that hurricane.
Well, the metaphor would be, Rick, would be like if all of a sudden you see a whole bunch of ants migrating from the one home, and then you just bring I wouldn't do it, but say you get a sprinkler and you start spraying it. It's the same ideal. Humans, we're like little ticks here. Now, I get it. Some people are gifted, and they will say, okay, Don, I was in a hurricane, and I survived, but meanwhile, my whole family died. I said, because it's...
I tell you this, if that hurricane would have hit directly the way it was supposed to hit us, like direct to us, I would not be here.
Maybe.
No, I would not be here. That my apartment, it was not going to withstand a Category 5 hurricane direct hit. We got so lucky the hurricane went south. Like it dived, like it wobbled downwards, and it hit an area where it's populated, but it's not heavily populated like Miami. So we really, I don't know, the energy protect me, something protect me. But if that eye would have hit us, I would not be here. I like, if you see the video of Hurricane Andrew where it hit, there's buildings that are fully concrete were gone. Like the whole side was like destroyed. The roofs were gone. Like I know my apartment, I have an old picture of it. It would not no way survive.
Well, I'll share with you, Rick. Behind hurricanes and behind all those things, there's entities. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Now, with those entities, because you've probably seen shows, whatever, there's other entities that come here and they'll protect somebody. So, for example, there could have been a hurricane. If you're that fucking important, they would have protected you. But the reason why that hurricane came, because they're coming after you, and everybody else around you is casualty. So this is where people forget. Well, oh no. Gravity. If people want to play the game gravity, 99% of the people can die. But there's always that one opportunity. That's why there's not 100% for anything, because entities, when they come into certain areas, a person say, oh, they're really just destroying nature. No, they're after something. And if that one person gets protected, but because they're in the presence of all these other people, they die. Sucks to be them. Now, people must say, well, no, people don't understand entities then. But they understand nature does whatever it does, because the entities don't go around telling you who you are. You know, that's why when you see hurricanes fighting with each other, those are entities playing with each other, and they're eyeing something down. And when they come, somebody will say, yeah, but they're trying to destroy Florida. They don't give a shit about fucking Florida. They care about whatever's in there. And that's why you'll see some people to say, magically, something pulled me away. But meanwhile, the car got all crashed. I said, because they were after them. That's why I'm telling you, you're being fucked with, but with small entities.
Yeah.
If you think you're playing with big entities, you won't be here when they're doing that to you, and you won't be talking about it. No, they'll play with you.
They've been with me all my life.
Well, whoever they are, you know what I mean? Like there's different legions of categories. So the entities that are fucking with you are probably the ones that are protecting you are on the same level. So they're playing ping pong. And what's the ball? You're the ball. You're the ball. It's like when two cats are chasing a ball, you're the ball. Now, I get it. That's where the ego thought, well, I'm important. You're fucking insignificant in there. You'll die like everybody else. But what you share, what you do, the more you try to be important, the more they're going to say, is he egotistical? Yeah, let him play with himself for a while. He has a lot of stories. Let him play with himself for a while. Why? Because he's insignificant. He's a fucking insignificant human. It's not like as though we're sequoia trees or redwood trees. Or a body of water, you know, like if they want to say, listen, we're going to want a whole bunch of waters to go past the border of, what do they call it? Landmass. If humans have been doing something will say, yeah, no problem. You have our permission. Because for some reason, humans think that the gods are there to protect them. The gods fucking don't even have any interest in humans. And most of them are somewhere else doing other things. Now, they did create something, and they're here to rule. Now, there's the watchers, and then there's the following ones, because they wanted to intermix with the humans. Oh, we want to play in the video game. Yeah, okay. No, I get it, Rick. You're having a fun time, and you're enjoying and all that. It's just be wary, because sometimes, we can overstep our boundaries. I call it overstepping. And next thing you know, there'll be other critters, and they'll say, oh, okay.
Oh no, but I've been doing this for a long time, so I know what I'm doing. It's just they're just around me, I know I have stuff around me.
Well, they're not going to hurt you. They'll fuck with everybody around.
I know they're there.
Yeah,
I know.
They'll fuck around with whoever's around you.
Nah, I know.
Yeah, and if you're not attached to it, remember, everybody has to be accountable for themselves.
Nah, they know. They're in check. I got them in check. They help me when I do my readings and stuff. They help me with relay messages and stuff like that. But I got them in check here. Everything's good. I always have my way of doing things. Been doing it for a long time.
Well done.
I want to keep doing it, but at my pace, because it overwhelms me. Now I get overwhelmed, so I take breaks. So
at least you know how to get back into rest and re-energize yourself.
Yeah, I enjoy myself. I do things to try to like rejuvenate myself. Like I want to do that New Hampshire hike. It's a hike that you do, and like I was saying about the streams and the water and the falls. Actually, some girls that are I'm subscribed to actually did it, and they have a video, and they posted a video, so you guys can see what I'm talking about. Let me get the video. It's funny because these girls just did it, and let me find it. Where is it? I have to go to their channel. Where is it? Here it is. They're two girls. They have the same amount of videos I do. They're at 394.
Sweet. You have a party, a 400 party.
Yeah, I'm close to 400 too. 400 videos. So I'm just gonna do a live 4-hour live video when I reach 400. Let me see if I can find. Here it is. They did it 2 days ago. Let me get their video. Let me hit pause here. Let me see if I can share. Copy. Bring it over here for you guys. I'm gonna put it. I'll put it in the comments, and then I'll put it in private chat too. And this is, well, you can watch it later. It's these girls. It's KNERV TV. They're the sweetest, awesomest girls. They live on the road. They live in an RV, and they travel the country, certain parts of the country. I followed them. I started following them in their earlier travels when they got to the Smoky Mountains. Smoky Mountains is one. This shirt is Smoky Mountains. It says Smoky Mountains. I've been to the Smoky Mountains and I love it. I want to go back to it because so many trees and the mountain was so beautiful, and if I felt the energy from the water because there was a lot of streams, and I love water. Yeah, so hold on, let me post it here. So this is that's the channel, that's the show. I'm gonna put it in the private here also. So you just watch it, and that's the hike that I want to do. These girls did it, and I'm like, I would love to do it. They say it takes about 2 hours to do it, so for me, I say maybe 2.5 hours because it's gonna take me a while. I'm not good with hikes, You know, it's going to take me some time because I'm not good with stairs. I have to take my time with stairs because my balance is not that good. So yeah, but I never do stuff like that alone. So I always have a group of people with me. So yeah, it's kind of like my supporting cast because they understand me and they go my pace and they're very helpful. So, um, but I want to do that hike. That's the hike I want to do. So looking forward to it. It's in New Hampshire. Um, maybe next month, maybe one weekend next month I can do it. There's so many things I want to do. I gotta keep moving, you know. Gotta enjoy life, right? I want to enjoy as much as possible. I want to go back to Niagara Falls. I want to do the Cave of the Winds. I love that. I love the water. Me and water. I'm a water sign, so it's refreshing. It feels, man. It's I don't know what it was, if it was the energy from the water or something, but I came out charged, like a new person. Like that's how I felt after it was like a baptism, and it was amazing. I want to do it again, and I'm going to. But yeah, so many things I would like to do, but I want to do it. I have to. I want to. Let's see. All it takes about 3.5 hours. About what? Oh, I'm gonna do 4 hour show when I get my 400. My thing is I did so many shows, right? 395 with this one. I've done so many long shows, like hours and hours and hours and hours and hours. There's shows that are like super long, and that's what my crazy. Like I couldn't sleep. Those were my proof of not having the medicine and unable to sleep because I have insomnia. So unable to sleep at all because the energy is just overwhelming with me. And I used to stay all night doing readings and stuff and helping people. I used to do a lot of that stuff. And that's how I know Albie. I know Albie for so long. I know Albie for years. You know, like Doc Illusions. I known him for years and years. Um, like he's been on my show, one of the early ones, and I want to not relive, but rewatch some of them, and just yeah, it's always interesting, you know, because there's so many videos. Think about it, it's just a lot, and it's cool because it's like it's there. It's always going to be there, even when I'm gone. There's always going to be a footprint of me here. So it's my digital footprint. You know, if my parents ever want to watch, or my sister, or anybody in the future that's going to be watching, they could pick up my videos and pick on my brain. I was like, I hear this ringing in my head. Like, it sounds like okay, back in the days, the street lights when they used to turn on and they had this buzzing sound. This is back in the 80s, and this is down in South Florida. So I compare it to that sound because I remember that sound. It sounded like a buzzing sound, like a light turning on. And I always wonder if it's that dumb, trying to like interfere with my mind or something, or try to push a signal into me. Because the sounds wasn't that loud until right now. And it's like really loud. I went to a neurologist and everything. I had my brain scan and everything, and they couldn't really determine anything. I was like, but I have a brain, right? I was like, yeah, you have a brain. I was like, good. Okay, that's all I needed to know. But I'm lucky to not have like I had bruising in my brain, because of the accident. Because it was so hard, it fucked me up, man. And I was PTSD, man, is bad for me because I always relive it. I keep seeing it. So on top of everything I'm capable of, I have fucking PTSD from my accident. And that's why I smoke. But sometimes that doesn't really help with the PTSD. It really doesn't. I mean, it helps with certain things, but what I've been smoking hasn't been helping with. I'm still trying to find the one that helps. I have seeds myself that I could grow for PTSD. And I have the books here. I have my books here. These are like this is like the holy Bible of growing medication. If you want to learn how to grow medication, these two books right here will tell you exactly what to do. This is documented for the future for any of my family. They want to know what's these writings that I have here. It's how to grow the medication and how long it takes and when to do what, how to do it, like how to line it up, like the whole instructions. I got all the medications here that I have in seed form. And I should get my friend, because I'm not going to grow this year, but a friend of mine is going to grow. And I want to see if he could grow one for me. And I'll just pay him for the service of growing it. But the plant is mine. Because the plant is big. It's a big plant. It contains a lot of medicine. And I'm licensed. I could grow my own. I could grow, I think, I could grow up to, I think, 3 or 4 big plants and juveniles. I'm not sure. I think you can have like juveniles too if you keep it on veg. You can have a certain amount. I don't know that part so much, but I think I could grow like three full mature plants. But I'm looking for. I'm gonna see if I have the seeds, and I'm gonna ask my friend if he could grow it for me. Like this one right here, like Northern Lights, is good for PTSD. It helps it with insomnia, anxiety, migraines, PMS, and hypertension. It's 100% indica. I don't know. I go to the plants when I have issues with certain things. I'd rather smoke it than take medicine for it. Like this is medicine right here. I White Widow is also good for PTSD, anxiety, migraines, arthritis, and ADD, ADHD. I think I'll grow White Widow, and well, I'm not gonna do it. I'm gonna have someone do it because it's a lot of it's not okay. It's just a lot, and my back is really fucked up. My arthritis. I have a lot of arthritis in my spine, so I'm ready. I'm screwed already. So my back is not the best, and it affects my balance. So the accident, like I told you, like it crushed me like an accordion on my spine, and I was still able to walk. That's fucking crazy. That's crazy. My doctor, I'll never forget him, man. He's like, I don't know how the hell you're walking. I really don't know how you're walking because I've seen people that are less than this, and they can't walk. And I'm looking at you. I'm looking at this. How he was straight up with me. He made me cry. So that's the only person that actually ever made me cry was that doctor. you know, I cried because it was like I only had it was 50-50 chance of being a vegetable. Being paralyzed, and I had a cousin that was paralyzed, so I know what it is to be paralyzed, and it was horrible. It's not good. So, and my cousin passed away, so went to a better place, trust me, because he really hated being paralyzed and he was always depressed. It was just not good. And I had a 50-50 chance, either being able to walk but always living life in pain, or being paralyzed. It's like that's where I kind of broke down when he told me that. But when he looked at me, he looked at the X-ray, and he looked back at me. He's like, I don't know how you're walking. I don't know how you're walking. Like he was amazed that I was walking. It is what it is, and stuff that I had to really do this, It's it's cool, it's my life. It's what I went through, Even if those little things been following me all my life, it's fine. As long as they're helpful and they want to help, it's all good. But it's 9:22. I've been on for 2 hours and 23 minutes. Gonna be out for like another 8 more minutes. Actually 7 minutes, and we'll wrap it up. So that way it's not too long because it's already 2 hours. See how time flies? So when I do the 400 show, it'll definitely be over 4 hours long. So I gotta prepare myself for that. I've done shows that long, so I could probably do it. I just want to have a lineup with some people, get them on, and have good discussions with other people, and like-minded people would be pretty amazing. It'll be a good show. It's gonna be a good show. Very positive. It is a milestone, so it's good. I never was able to complete a full year though. Those are like broken down in years. It's a lot of videos, a lot of talking. Oof. And Doc and other people, like I call them the butterflies, because they're not here. They're they flew away. They're doing other things, and I hope everyone is doing good from the past, because I had a lot of other people here before, and they're like butterflies. They come, they learn, our roads are our energy crossed, and they participated, they were entertained, we were all entertained, and we move on, and other people come and go. That's how it is. It's always been like that. Like even the spirits that come to me, they come and go. So many people come and go, and some stay, and and there's very few. Because I don't do a full year straight. I take time off. If I need 3 months off, I'm gonna take it. That's what the energy tells me. It's like you need to be off YouTube. All right, I'll be off YouTube. And I listen to myself. I listen to the voice in my head, and it tells me. So, but I'm ready to call it a night. It was a good Sunday night. Thanks, Albie, for coming through, and
So,
thanks to Dominic for coming through, and Gigi. We'll figure out what to talk about tomorrow. Maybe I'll do a show with Doc, so that way I could talk to him and figure what with his system. Hopefully his system be working, because every time we get together, it's always an issue. Always, it's like it always happens. It's always some kind of microphone issue, or sound issue, or a connection issue, or like it's always something. Always, 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 always. It's to me, I'm. It's funny, because it's like I feel like it's the energy that's just likes to sabotage. But it's funny because we usually find our way and we get to have our discussions and talks. But before he used to come on, he used to talk a lot on my channel. Like I would give him the show. I'd be like, because he's like my brother. He's brother like, and I would hand off to the show to Doc, and Doc would take over, and he'll be talking for hours. A lot of those long shows, Doc has been on there, and he's spoken. He took over as host. He was like my backup. Like sometimes, like I was having issues with my neck still, So when I talk too much, I used to lose my voice. So Doc would take over, and then Doc would be talking, and it was Doc talk, and Doc would take over, and he would talk about his stuff and what he was doing at that time, and it was pretty cool. It was really cool. I want to go back and listen to Doc again, because you hear him then and you hear him now. There's no difference. The man is the same. He's actually improved and gotten better with his gifts and stuff, and he's very entertaining. So yeah, this like just thinking about it, because I'm reminiscing, going back in time, and what we spoke about and the hours we put in. Oh man. Yeah. It's nice to reach 400. So you just got to see how the journey, because that's how I see it. I see it as a journey. And I just need to make it to 400. If I do a double show on Monday, then I'm definitely gonna have to take one day off during the week, so I can stay in line for a Friday, the 5th show, the 400 show. So it'll be the 5th day of the week, so land on Friday. And I would like to do the 400 show on Friday. I don't know what time I will start. I will probably get everyone's opinion. I'll put it amongst you guys when you guys are available, when you guys want to come and participate. Just let me know what time that's best, and we'll try to get everyone to could commit to a certain time that they could come through, and it's not a guarantee, but we're going to have a good time. And with that said, thank you for watching. Appreciate it. Those who are rewatching, thank you so much. You guys are awesome. Have a great evening, everyone. You guys stay safe. Have a good day, good morning, and a good night. Peace. I'll see y'all tomorrow. I'm not sure if it's going to be with Doc or if it's going to be by myself. We'll see tomorrow. Bye.